I'm the biggest Sly and the Family Stone fan ever. And not only for, hearing, I think Stand, or no, Dance to the Music was probably the first Sly song that I heard. And just the way that it just affected my life back then, but also knowing Prince's love of Sly and how influential that group was on the makeup of the revolution, on the way that Prince plays rhythm guitar. I mean, he's my favorite rhythm guitar player, but Freddie Stone was actually the rhythm player in Sly. So all of those elements made it very cool. The interesting thing was Questlove said, I want to interview both you and Terry, but I want to do them separately because I want to be able to edit together, the story. So he was very intentional in what he did. And as we were doing it, he would play music. And the cool thing was he would play little snippets of stuff and go, okay, what was this? What were you thinking? And people here locally would remember the restaurant Filio in Uptown, and that was the restaurant where I heard "Thank You" come over the speakers. And when I first heard it, I thought, "Oh yeah, I love this song. I love this song." But then I went back to whatever the conversation was. But then when it got to that little break, I was like, "Check, please." Like, I gotta go. I gotta go to the studio right now. And I just remember when I played it for Janet, and she just said, "Is that Rhythm Nation?" I said, "I think so.
Mm.
I think so." Because we knew we had the idea lyrically of what it needed to be, but we knew it needed to be an anthem, it needed to be up tempo, and all of those things. And yeah, it just kind of came together. And one little other thing about that song was when Prince came, when we did our grand opening of our studio, which was '89. I remember Prince came and we actually played him Rhythm Nation. And I remember he ran, it was in my office, and he ran out of my office. He said, ah, and he ran out of the office because I knew it had just exploded his brain. The idea, because I know he always thought sampling was cheating,
Mm.
like it's not real musicianship and all that. But when he heard that combination of stuff, I think it really changed his way of thinking in a way. And I
Mhm.
just remember him running out of there and was just like, ah.
And he had to say, "Check, please."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to say, "Check, please." And I think the other thing it did was, you know, I think he was I think he very proud of us. I think he felt like, 'cause as Terry, my partner, always says, he didn't fire us, he freed us.
Mm.
And I think that in that moment he went, "Oh yeah, these guys they're fine. They're gonna be just fine," So it was cool.